Dear graduates, family and friends, and members of the faculty and staff, welcome to the undergraduate commencement for the Haas Business School. It's not quite what we expected, but we made it. I'm Ann Harrison, Dean of the Haas School of Business. It is my great honor and privilege to be a part of this momentous occasion and to celebrate our graduates' achievements. I'd like to take a moment to recognize and thank all of the parents, extended family and friends, and mentors who've made enormous sacrifices and supported our students on their journey. I'd also like to give a special thanks to our extraordinary faculty and undergraduate and MET program staff who have gone beyond themselves in making sure you reach this day and prepared for the next phase of your life. Thank you. Congratulations to our students in the Management, Entrepreneurship, and Technology program. You are the first graduating class of your program, and we have 3 graduates from the Global Management program. Congratulations to all of our graduates. You are the most resilient and tenacious leaders I have come to know. Your world was upended in the middle of your junior year at Haas due to a global pandemic. Yet, you showed true grit, mastering a rigorous academic curriculum during one of the most turbulent years any of us has experienced. You all embodied Haas defining leadership principles, the ethos that anchors and binds us, and I could not be more proud. During your time at Haas, you have transformed from curious students to conscientious leaders and have demonstrated great heroism, empathy, and leadership. To aid in the fight against COVID, many of you sewed face masks for essential workers, braved the trip to grocery stores to help those hunkered down in their homes, launched virtual summer camps for middle and high schoolers sheltering in place. Others helped recruit a stellar cohort of transfer students from our community colleges through our Envision Haas program. You created startups, called attention to racial injustices, and created safe spaces for our community to vent. You competed virtually in international case competitions. You formed deep bonds with your roommates and friends, whom you now consider family. I hear you also had fun along the way too, from virtual birthday parties and lunches to late night runs to Top Dog and who knows what else. But my point is, you made the most of your experience. I am in awe of your compassion, resilience, and leadership. Take these experiences with you because you are the heart of what's next. You are addressing the most pressing problems of our time. You build diverse teams, socially responsible businesses, and launch new ones too. I look forward to seeing what you will accomplish. Soon, you will join a network of more than 40,000 Haas alumni and more than 500,000 Berkeley alumni. Tap into your network, hire Haas, give back, and light the way for future Haas students. You are joining an influential network of alumni who have used their education to make a lasting and positive impact on the world. Now it's time to make yours. Go make us proud. And next, I'd like to introduce our commencement speaker and fellow Haas undergraduate alum, Diane Dwyer. Diane is a professional faculty member at Haas who teaches a course called Innovations in Communications and Public Relations, and she was a broadcast journalist for 25 years. She began her career as an anchor and reporter in Butte, Montana. She later joined the KTVU Channel 2 newsroom in Oakland, and then she became the weekend news solo anchor for NBC News. Her reporting won her 2 Emmy Awards and other prestigious awards from the Associated Press and the National Academy of Radio and Television Artists. Diane also runs her own consulting business, Dwyer Media Consulting. Please extend a warm welcome to Diane.
Thank you, Dean Harrison. Yes, my Butte, Montana days were early on in my journalism career. I am honored and humbled to give the commencement address to all of you, graduates of the Haas School of Business, a program I graduated from 30 years ago, give or take. It dates me just a little bit. While I am very disappointed to not be able to share this moment with you in person, I could not be more proud to be part of this graduation ceremony with you. Your class has had by far the most impact on me during my time teaching here at Haas. In the years since I crossed that stage at the Greek Theater, I worked briefly as a corporate banker, then for the majority of my professional life as a journalist, as Anne mentioned, and now as a consultant and educator. During all of that time, I don't think I've ever had to deal with as much as you all did in the last year and a half. I also happen to be a mom to 2 college students, so I've seen firsthand at home and in the classroom what this pandemic has done. So today, I just want to share with you 3 stories that focus on 3 messages I hope to leave you with. Stay humble, even amidst the great accomplishments like the one you're obtaining today. Stay resilient. The last 18 months have surely taught us that. And stay appreciative, even despite the unfairness and the obstacles that your class has faced. Okay, so I've always believed the Bay Area keeps me humble, and one such time I was on a float for NBC in the San Francisco Giants parade when the Giants had just won the World Series in 2010. I obviously had nothing to do with the Giants' accomplishments, but there I was, waving to the more than 2 million people who line the streets of San Francisco shoulder to shoulder. Seems like a lifetime ago. I had my kids with me as well, and as we drove down Market Street, honestly, my head swelled with pride as people kept waving and shouting, "Hello, Diane! We love you, Diane!" I was surprised but weirdly thrilled. So many people were calling out my name, and I was feeling anything but humble with my kids looking on. That is, until my then 10-year-old daughter said, "Hey, Mom, might want to check yourself," as only a 10-year-old could say. She pointed to the convertible directly behind us in the parade. Riding in the convertible was Senator Dianne Feinstein with a big sign on her car with her name on it. Ah, yeah, the Bay Area keeps you humble. As for resiliency, I honestly wish your class hadn't had to deal with as much of this as you have. I spoke to many of my students as I was preparing this talk, and as we all know, the economic divide widened significantly during this time. So one of my students didn't have a working microphone on her UC Berkeley issued computer when she started my class, so she couldn't participate on Zoom for the first 6 weeks, and participation's a big part of grading for my class. She told me a few days ago when I called her that the computer issues were only a small slice of her challenges, that it was the worst year of her young life. She eventually had to drop most of her classes, and she's still trying to get back on track. Another student had to rescue her mom, who ended up homeless in Los Angeles, and had to sneak her mom into the dorms for a safe place to sleep. On the other hand, I talked to a student who's thriving. She's traveling the country while taking remote classes and learning so much through her travels. And finally, a student who's all lined up at a major tech company for a big paying job after graduation. The divide has widened. And for all of you, it's not what senior year of college was supposed to look like or feel like. And still, you stayed resilient. You are here. You are graduating. Finally, I'm going to make one last somewhat unfair request upon your class that has borne so much already. Despite the challenges you've faced, please still always take the extra step to express your appreciation to those who helped you along the way. We should all do this simply because it's the right thing to do, but I want to share one more story for you from early on in my journalism career. In the early 1990s, there was what turned out to be one of the first mass shootings in this country. It happened in San Francisco in a high-rise. 8 people died and 6 were injured. Looking back on it, actually, it's even more tragic in the context of how little progress my generation has made in 30 years regarding the public health crisis of gun violence. Well, anyway, I was a new and young beat reporter at the time for Channel 2 here in the Bay Area. And the day after the shooting, I was with dozens of other reporters all over the country. We were all gathered outside the office of the lead San Francisco homicide detective in charge of the case. His name was Napoleon Hendricks. He was a notoriously gruff veteran detective, and he dismissed the group of reporters on that day with a short no comment. I left with my photographer, but I came back later that evening just to try one more time. Detective Hendricks opened the door and escorted us into his office, which he shared with his longtime partner, who was as surprised as we were, honestly, by the access. The detective then walked me through all the details of all the weapons and ammunition that were recovered at the scene. No other reporter had this information. The detective had just handed me alone a national story that helped me establish myself early on in my career. As I was leaving his office, I asked him why me, and he pulled a piece of stationery out of a file on his desk. I recognized the note card immediately. I'd sent it to him 9 months earlier after he'd helped me on an unrelated case. He said, "In 30 years working as a detective, I've only received one thank you note from a reporter, and that's it." That benefited me, which was great, but it was also just the right thing to do. So even with all the hardships you've faced this last year and a half, and I'm not discounting them one bit, there are dozens of teachers, friends, parents who supported you in your journey. Try to always stay appreciative. You are graduates of the #1 public university in the country. You are Haas alum. So it may be difficult, but stay humble, stay resilient, stay appreciative, and stay in touch. All of us at Haas can't wait to learn about your next adventures. So congratulations and go Bears.
Hello, I'm Erica Walker, Assistant Dean of Undergraduate Programs at the Haas School of Business. It is my honor and pleasure to congratulate the class of 2021. You have endured over a year of college life that was unlike anything you could have imagined 4 years ago. Yet, you met the challenge with grace, compassion, creativity, reflection, and in many cases, a redefined sense of purpose. I will now announce this year's department and program awards. Each year, the undergraduate program grants the departmental citation to the student with the most outstanding academic achievement in the field of business. This year's departmental citation goes to Akshat Gokal. Akshat is a member of our inaugural MET graduating class. He is graduating with a 4.0 grade point average, having earned Bachelor of Sciences degrees in both business administration and electrical engineering and computer science. After graduation, Akshat will be joining the McKinsey Digital Group within McKinsey & Company as a business analyst. He is excited to work with a wide array of organizations to build out their digital capabilities, and he is confident that his dual degree in business administration and EECS will help him analyze and solve even the toughest technical challenges. I now have the pleasure to announce a set of awards that speak to the very fabric of the Haas School. These awards recognize students whose work and actions have exemplified our defining leadership principles of question the status quo, confidence without attitude, students always, and beyond yourself. The winners were nominated by both classmates, staff, and faculty. Question the status quo. This is where we champion bold ideas, to take intelligent risks, and to accept sensible failure. That is one of the hallmarks of Berkeley. The Question the Status Quo award goes to Aaron Wang. Aaron Wang is a queer second-generation Chinese American who studied business administration and media studies at UC Berkeley. As a co-facilitator in the Bear Closet Decal, where she co-facilitated conversations on LGBTQ issues and identity, to building the DEI function in the Haas Business School Association. Erin is fiercely committed to unlearning and relearning social justice and trying to stay and get free. Confidence without attitude. That is how recruiters describe Haas students, because they make decisions based on evidence and analysis, which gives them the confidence to lead through trust and collaboration. The award for confidence without attitude goes to Tamarik Rab. Tamarik is a community college transfer student and Regents and Chancellor Scholar at UC Berkeley who grew up in Oakland, California. After graduation, he will begin working in San Francisco as an acquisitions financial analyst at Hines, a global real estate investment management and development company. Students always. Our community is designed for curiosity and lifelong pursuit of personal and intellectual growth. Our Students Always Award goes to Ananya Gupta. Ananya studied both business and public policy at UC Berkeley, spent the past year serving as president of the Haas Business School Association, also known as HBSA, and was a recipient of a Haas undergraduate scholarship. After she graduates, she will be moving to New York City to pursue management consulting at Accenture Strategy. She is grateful for her time at Haas, and she will miss everyone that she has met here. Beyond yourself. This is where we shape our world by leading ethically and responsibly. For the Beyond Yourself Award, fellow classmates, staff, and faculty have selected Armand Kermanizadeh. Armand would like to thank his family for teaching him that thinking about others is important and doing everything you can to help them is what we are put on this earth to do. He dedicates this award to his mom and dad, who instilled these values in him. He will be starting at Amazon Web Services as an associate account executive. He thanks Haas for this award. We have outstanding faculty at the Haas School, and we are happy to honor them for their exemplary work in the classroom. This year's Chite Award for Excellence in Teaching for the undergraduate program goes to Haas professional faculty, Dan Mulhern, who teaches leadership. There were many words of praise, and this student summed it up well. Dan is an excellent lecturer who really cares about his students. He involved me in several research opportunities after knowing about my experience in data science, and I find that he constantly does this with others to provide them opportunities. I believe that Dan is an invaluable asset among the Haas community. Each year, we also recognize the outstanding teaching of our graduate student instructors, or GSIs. Our 2021 winner is Suji Kim, who is a GSI for UGBA 103 Finance. Let me quote from her nomination. Every week, Suji delights me with her command of finance to answer my toughest questions. I tend to feel self-conscious on Zoom class, but she makes it fun and engaging and inclusive of all people in the class. Suji is by far the best GSI I have had in my 3 years at Berkeley. Despite the fact that she is clearly incredibly bright, she manages to be very humble. Now last, but certainly not least, I'd like to introduce our 2021 student speaker, Phoebe Yin. Phoebe was chosen by a committee of her peers. Phoebe is graduating with both a business degree and a minor in computer science. She plans to enter consulting in San Francisco post-grad and has her sights set on law or product management in the future. Phoebe lives on creative writing, loves Taiwanese street food, and is too wholly ready to belt her heart out at a Taylor Swift concert once she's allowed to. Phoebe is yet another graduating student that we are extremely proud of. I now turn it over to Phoebe for her address. Go Bears!
The night before I entered the great gates of Berkeley for the first time as a college student, I cleared my head by writing out all of my scrambled thoughts and emotions. Among these notes, one of them read, I'm worried if I've packed the right amount of Q-tips to adequately prepare myself. I know. Looking back even today, I still don't know what amount of Q-tips could have adequately prepared me or any of us for the absurdity that we have seen in these 4 years. If the usual graduation balloons from Safeway write, congratulations, you did it, then I think it is well within the bounds of reason for ours to say, holy crap, you actually managed to do it. From 200 AQI wildfires, to the PG&E blackouts, to the global pandemic, to finally Professor Ross's weekly cold calling in business ethics class, we have faced challenge after challenge, like some strange budget knockoff of the Harry Potter series. But to be honest, class of 2021, there were many days when I was angry. When I wished that we could have been part of a less dramatic book series. Days where I thought that we were promised a story that held a beginning, middle, and end, but why does it feel like the middle and end have simply fallen out? on days like that, it's key to think about what else we've been through and survived. If there's one thing that this place has taught us better than arguably any other institution in the world could have, it is the ability to stay resilient. Remind me again, before the whole world turned upside down, was it not us in freshman year who squeezed into speech and debate suits that we'd outgrown in order to sprint between 3 different club info sessions happening at the exact same time on a Friday evening after a full day of classes, including an 8 a.m. clicker mandatory econ class? Was it not us as transfer students who built communities and businesses that have helped our previous colleges only months after settling into this new place ourselves? Was it not us who brought our own chairs to Moffett Library when there were no more seats left at the table? Us who emailed professors when the classes were full? Us who years ago stared at Chu Hall and said, "I'm gonna get there"? It was us, wasn't it? And here we are now, after the dust has settled, after the most challenging days, and we're still here, standing. To think only about the things that we have lost would be to ignore the compassion, creativity, and unparalleled resilience that we have gained. At the very core of each of us, we have cultivated an inability to give up. A sixth sense that impossible? Yeah, that's just a word. Today, we say goodbye to the years that we've had and to the ones that we envisioned we might have had. But today, we also celebrate something that is unique to our generation. It's a soft strength to stay malleable when the world is hard on us. Class of 2021, our story is just beginning. Can you imagine the impact that we, as Berkeley graduates, will make if we set our minds to it? Can you visualize the status quos that this class of 348 will not only challenge, but break, given our tenacity? We have nothing to stop us because we are ready for anything. And I, for one, am extremely excited to see what kind of history we shall write. Thank you so much to my mom, dad, and brother. Thank you to our parents, families, friends, and faculty members for being the ones to pick us up when the getting up was tough. Class of 2021, we're out. Fiat Lux, and go Bears.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. It has been a long and tough year, and I cannot be more happy, excited, and proud of you all for making it through. The hard work has paid off. Now it's time to get paid. Congratulations again, and do not forget to continue to use your Haas defining leadership principles. They are not just for the classroom, but they are for a way of leading a wonderful and fruitful life. Congratulations again, and go Bears.
Berkeley Haas class of 2021, congratulations, you did it. I want to take a moment from right here on campus to welcome you to our Haas Alumni Network. Just like how you lean into the power of one another on campus to create great successes inside your classrooms, it's now time to do the same alongside your alumni in the wider alumni network. We're all here to support you and join hands to create one of the most amazing continued experiences for you and for our fellow alums, so that we may continue to inspire the next generation of students and leaders right here on campus. Once again, welcome, congratulations, go Haas, go Bears, Godspeed.
Hey Haas class of 2021, Jordan Elliott from the class of 2020 here to congratulate you on the amazing achievement of graduating from the Haas School of Business today. While I know this isn't the way in which or the world in which you had hoped to graduate, I know that the last 4 years have prepared you for this moment and the transition ahead. I wish you all the best on this next journey, and as always, go Bears.
Class of 2021, congratulations on your big day. I've taken so much away from my time at Haas, but perhaps the biggest thing that stayed with me were the defining leadership principles which continue to guide me to this day, especially questioning the status quo. As you embark on the next chapter in your career, be sure to live those values each and every day. Today is just the beginning of exciting things to come. The Cal experience, the network, and your memories will carry you far. Enjoy this special moment, good luck, and most important, go Bears!
Congratulations, Haassies, on your big day. I hope you're enjoying your graduation festivities with your friends and family, and that you're celebrating your achievements from the last few years. I'm speaking to you from Stockholm, Sweden, where they would say grattis to congratulate you on your graduation. I'm also speaking to you as an older, wiser Golden Bear, but I also wanted to send through some hellos and congratulations from Elsa, who I also hope will be a Golden Bear in the future. Congrats again, and go Bears!
Haas grads, my name is Scott Galloway. I graduated in 1992. A nice moment for you. Congratulations. You will get a bunch of advice. Most of it will be useless. My advice, or people told me to go to work for Dell or Intel or to head to Russia, which was supposed to be the land of opportunity in the 90s. The only piece of advice I am comfortable giving you is that you will never regret at moments like this telling people that you love them, that you appreciate them, and that you admire them. The only thing that stands the test of time is deep, meaningful relationships. Take pause, have the self-awareness to tell people you love them and that you appreciate the role they have played in getting you to this point. A nice moment for you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2021, and welcome officially to the Alumni Network. I'd like to wish you the best of luck on the next chapter in your journey. Keep in touch with your classmates, continue living out the defining leadership principles, and most importantly, have a great summer because you deserve it. Go Bears!
Congratulations, my fellow Haas alums. Remember, don't just challenge the status quo, but smash it. And be sure to have some fun along the way. Didn't even get to bronze.
Hey, this is Neil Samani, class of 2019. You made it. Time to celebrate, because full-time work is very different than being a student. For one thing, drinking all the beers at your local bar and wearing a t-shirt goes from being kind of cool to kind of pathetic. Instead of feeling better than other people because of your major, you're gonna have to feel better than them because of your job. But you'll carry Haas with you. In fact, in my desk at work, I still have a ton of Haas memorabilia. I get made fun of for it, but I still keep it. So congrats, don't forget those defining leadership principles, and go Bears.
Congratulations, class of 2021. I am super proud of each and every one of you. Now, as you head off into the world to make and do amazing things, just always remember to be yourself, be unapologetic, and be bold. Be very fearless in your approach to how you solve these issues and to be the change that you really seek. So again, congratulations, the hard work pays off. Now it's time to make a difference. And as always, go Bears.
Congratulations, class of 2021.
Congratulations, graduates. Hello, Haas Undergraduates, class of 2021. Congratulations, you did it.
Congratulations, class of 2021. It's been my honor and privilege to get to know many of you over the past few years.
I wish I could sit on stage at the Greek as your family cheers for you. This will do. And I guess I would say you've done it. You made it through one of those tumultuous times that I can remember.
As you enter the next phase of your lives, I offer you one suggestion. Define what success means to you, as it may be different from those around you, and follow your own path toward that success. I know from my interaction with you you will make this world a better place.
There are always opportunities to serve others, to help others, and it's an amazing way to find meaning and purpose.
I want to start by just saying thank you to all of you. This has been a horrible year, and your cohort has sacrificed so much to help keep my cohort safer. I appreciate it. And second, I want to say this horrible year has taught you, I hope, a lot about what really matters in life. That coming from a business school, you have learned how to make money, and I hope you've learned what matters is connection, and that you'll take what you've learned at the Haas School and use it both to have a good life for yourself and a good life for the whole world. And I wish you a great future.
My advice is pretty simple. Just keep forging the communities that help you to thrive. The friends who challenge you, who support you, who believe in your ability to do great things. These are, not coincidentally, the same people who also brought you late night noodles and emergency boba a lot of the time. Don't let graduation be the end of that sense of community in difficult times. And when you've had a little success, drop the ladder down for future Haas cohorts who hope to connect and learn from you. We are, as the saying goes, so much stronger together.
Pause and recognize your awesome accomplishment. Well done, all of you.
Dear fellow seniors, as we end today's commencement, I ask you one question. Who are you? No, really, 3 words that carry immense meaning. I mean, the possibilities of how you can answer that question are endless, and yet, I'm going to guess the first thing you'll respond with is your name, school, and future company. I used to do that too. In fact, I spent a large chunk of my high school and undergraduate years letting myself be defined by the school I got into, the clubs I got into, and the companies I got offers from. It was a pretty fragile way to live because how I perceived who I was entirely in the hands of those around me. Because of how prestigious of an institution Berkeley Haas is, we've all felt this inherent sense of competition over the past few years. I mean, ask a Haas student who they are and they'll tell you where they work. Too often we fall into the trap of using our job description as our self-description. A trusted professor at Haas recently told me, what you do is not who you are. They're 2 entirely separate things. Who you are as an individual is determined by the values you embrace, not by what you do. Today, each of us graduating from Haas is about to cross a critical transition point in our lives. We move from being constantly labeled by external sources, grades, clubs, companies, to now having that self-definition be up for grabs. What once defined us no longer will. I personally am starting to realize that, to some degree, a job is always going to be just a job. A school is always going to be just a school. What I do and where I go are not who I am. And if I rely on those external sources to define me, I'm quickly headed for a path of unfulfillment. So who am I? I am empathetic, yet strong-willed, collaborative, yet self-driven, focused, yet a lover of laughter. I am a product of the unwavering love and support of my parents, my younger brother, my HBSA executive team, my professors, and the entire Haas undergraduate office. I am a graduating senior who, over her past 4 years at UC Berkeley, has slowly but surely learned to detach her self-definition from a company, club, school, or score. That's who I am. To my fellow graduating seniors, I have no doubt that each of you is going to achieve amazing things over the next few years, and I'm grateful to have been a part of your undergraduate journey. As you venture out into this next chapter of your life, though, I challenge you to ask yourself this one question, vulnerably and honestly. Who are you, really? Thank you and congratulations.
Congratulations, seniors.
Congratulations, seniors.
Congratulations, seniors.
Congratulations and go Bears.
Congratulations. Go Bears.
And always remember, go Bears.
David William Adams,
receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ayomide Adeduro, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Mikhail Mior Adlin, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Celine Afari, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Devesh Agarwal, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Nick Aggie, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Harsh S. Ainapare, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Keegan Allen Ackles, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Juan Alba, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Dylan Scott Alcantara, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Environmental Economics and Policy. Bayan Alizadeh, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Alexandra Andrianova, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Samir Pranav Anamraju, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Stanford Multi Anwar, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Nikar Arora, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Abhinav D. Ashar, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Ganesh Kumar Ashokavardhanan, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Joint Major, Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Materials Science and Engineering. Manreet Atwal, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Noah K. August, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Joseph Bryce Babauta, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Yitong Bai, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ashutosh G. Bajpayee, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Liam Balaban, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ibrahim Musa Balde, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Alexandra Elizabeth Baltazar, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Isba Bandeali, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Rimika Banerjee, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Christian Bannister, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Gershan Singh Bariana, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Catherine A. Barnum, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Kirsten Battle, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Griffin James Baum, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Data Science. Kian Bazargan, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. James Bell, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Alexander Bellaus, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Skylar Robert Bersini, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jaypal Singh Bhatia, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Avnish Samir Bhatt, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Pardis Bidokti, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Gabriel Hayden Block, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jezreel Bodley, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Anna Bright, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Patrick C. Brown, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Cameron N. Bush, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Society and Environment. John Byrne, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Samuel Reese Cachola, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Abby Tsai, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Irisema Camargo Garcia, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Liam Alden Campbell, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. David Min Tao, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Katya V. Karapetian, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ashley Elizabeth Carnahan, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Stephen Carrillo Sr., receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ray Chan, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Alberto Chang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Kayla Shinru Chang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics. Justin An Chow, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Tim Chow, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Iman Hope Chaudhry, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Anthony Chen, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Yi Chu Chen, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Data Science. Abraham Edward Sharif, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Shreya Cherakuri, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Christine Adana Chinwuba, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jennifer Cho, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jung Cho, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jae-hyun Choi, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ji-woon Choi, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Caroline Mary Clark, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Andrew Miles Cohen, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Rodrigo Alejandro Collin, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Luis Cortez, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Daisy Sarai Cruz, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jacob B. Curhan, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Maria Damian, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Lunas Daoud, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ignatius Reynard Darmati, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Shannon Detweiler, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Danielle Dewitz, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Andrew Joseph DiCandelo, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Brittany A. Dickens, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Joseph Michael Dixon, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Matthew Stephen Dixon, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Win Nok Tao Do, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Daniel Delimpio, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ananya Kriti Donapati, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Sabrina Marie Dong, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Nero Gerald Robert Dotson, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Benjamin Hall Drake, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Justin Duan, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Neha Dubé, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Sasha Soon Ju Durst, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Paul Jewell, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Danielle Sidney Egan, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Natalie Doval Enos, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Dylan Thomas Epp, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Arda Arbel, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Orly Fawn, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Sarah Flores Brines, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ann W. Fogarty, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Riley Kwok Hing Fong, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Political Economy. Ruslan Gabaduline, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Statistics and Business Administration. Aditya Ganapathy, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Pranav Garg, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Anna Gasparian, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Miles Joseph Jelinas, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Bhargavi Goel, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Kelly C. Gunadibrata, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Akshat Gokhale, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Angelica Elaine Caneda Gonzalez, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jaime Joshua Gonzalez, Jr., receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Chaitanya Goyal, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Soumya Goyal, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Adi Gundameda, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ananya Gupta, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Carlos Antonio M. Gutierrez, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Julia Michelle Gutkin, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Aaron S. Jury, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Chad Alexander Hamner, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Bryce Truxton Harbert, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Bryce Truxton Harbert, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Michael Haynes, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jessica Hay, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. Christina N. Hendricks, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Rebecca Angelica Hernandez, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Claire Ho, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Matthew Ross Horwitz, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Nicholas Andrew Houghton, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Lochran Jackson Howe, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Melinda Victoria Shea, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ryan Chu, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Shuenan Lily Hu, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Grace Huang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Justin Huang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Timothy Huang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Rebecca Lee Hull, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Yusuf Hussein, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Asad Hussein, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ian Tan Win, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Brett Thomas Irvin, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Allison Lee Isaacs, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Achyutha Ashok Iyengar, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Aditya Madhusudan Iyer, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences and Business Administration. Ankur Jain, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Joint Major, Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Materials Science and Engineering. Ayush Jain, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Margaret H. Jang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ariana Jessa, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ashika Jawar, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Frank Jiang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Joint Major, Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Materials Science and Engineering. Frank Jiang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Margie Jiang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Emily Jin, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Daniel Jing, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Liam Patrick Bernabe Hoxson, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jennifer Lynn Jones, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jennifer Lynn Jones, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Lauren T. Jones, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Alexander Reinhardt Joshua, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Kelvin Ju, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration.
Vedant Kajaria, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Roy Kamineni, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Reina R. Kanapuram, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. Jake Kang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Saman Karimi, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. John Kaya, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Vanessa Kayambia, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Arman Kermanizade, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Emily Rachel Khalili, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Kushi Rishi Khatri, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Darren Minho Kim, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Yeoju Kim, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Marielle Alice Edme Kinney, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Grace Louise Kober, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Leah Maria Kochendorfer, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Industrial Engineering and Operations Research. Cameron T. Kondo, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Kathy Kong, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Industrial Engineering and Operations Research. Srujay Korlakunta, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Natalie Kudenholt, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Eileen Kung, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Andrew Kuo, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jonathan Kuo, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Nikhil Anand Kupaswamy, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Industrial Engineering and Operations Research. John Charles Lagatuta, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Cynthia Lai, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Emily Lai, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Dana Shine Lian, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Vivian Lam, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Christopher Lancaster, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Leanne Lee, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Annie Da-Won Lee, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Elizabeth Lee, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Grace Jung-eun Lee, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jiu Lee, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Megan Lee, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Pamela Lee, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Samantha S. Lee, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Pacharapal Lee Isaranakul, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Giovanni Leva II, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jaredon Maxwell Levin, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Joanna G. Levin, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Cecilia Lee, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Emily Lee, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jonathan Yuan Lee, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration.
Mark Lee, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration.
Michael Lee, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in English. Adam Liu, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Alfred Tak Po Liu, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Amanda Liu, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Claire Wong Liu, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Industrial Engineering and Operations Research. Kaiwen Liu, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Kaiwen Liu, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Daniela Lopez, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. David Liu, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Michelle Liu, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Industrial Engineering and Operations Research. Callie Luke, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Daniel Xianchen Luo, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Tina Lee, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Spring J. Ma, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Data Science. Connor James Schaefer Mack, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ong Tae Hong Mai, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Sneha Malineni, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences and Business Administration. Maria Vyacheslavovna Malugina, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Rhetoric. Osman Mansour, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Meredith Mao, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Brandon Marion, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Data Science. Ryan T. McCormick, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Industrial Engineering and Operations Research. Richard Russell McDonough, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Claire Catherine McDowell, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Olivia Cecilia McLaughlin, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Charles Ian McMurray, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Julia May, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Rishab Maswani, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Data Science. Mary Miharis, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Hannah Miller, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Leon Ming, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. Malika Merbagari, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Mima Merkovic, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Vanessa Mithpasong, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Pritanjali Mitra, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Anav Mittal, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Sam Moturi, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Emily Christina Musto, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Kota Nagasawa, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Lucas Gabrielle Nareen, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Devon Navani, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences and Business Administration. Adan Garcia Navarez, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Michelle Ng, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Nathania Glennis Chadyadi Ung, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Lin Chi Win, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ryan Tien Win, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jacob Nudell, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Taylor Weston Ogilvy, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Environmental Economics and Policy. Archer Olson, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Data Science. Samuel Keith Olson, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Tristan M. Olvera, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Hannah Ostapchuk, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Harish Palani, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Jose Raul Palma, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jocelyn Pan, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Tara Parandak, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Shivai Parekh, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Shivani Parikh, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Political Economy.
Naomi Shivani Bhavin Parikh, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration.
Eric Alejandro Partida, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Karan Shailesh Patel, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Neil K. Patel, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Sanam Patel, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Shika Patel, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Thomas Lee Perry, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Isabella Rose Petrosito, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Dennis Pham, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Haley Madison Pietro, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Society and Environment. Nikhil Venugopal Piska, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Lee Alexander Place, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Michael Anthony Plotkin, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Pizacha Pupipataranyukul, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Matthew Nicholas Portnov, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Isabel Morea Potter, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Michael Pratt, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. George Kopti, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Edris Kudas, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Amanda Danielle Kwan, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration.
Tamarik Andre Rab, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Nina S. Rachmanoni, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Darius Radfar, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ikramhan Ramatov, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Statistics and Business Administration. Mohammed Fida Ramadan, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Aditi Ramakrishnan, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Devanshi Rathi, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Manav Rathod, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Elizabeth C. Reyes, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ashley Ryle, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Nathan Richards, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ian Robertson, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Mary Elizabeth Sawyer Rockwood, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Isabel Rodriguez Dieguez. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Morgan Taylor Rogers. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Bria Rosenberg. Receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Political Economy, also receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Parham Ruz Bahani. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Charlene Panlilio Rojas. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Kyle Rudman. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Alexandra H. Sadra. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Michael Daniel Saffel. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Abhilash Samantha Pudi. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences and Business Administration. Saeed Saqib. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Brittany Danielle Sarter. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Varun Sathyan. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. Caroline M. Schaefer. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. John J. Schickel. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Samuel Harrison Serber. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Claire Jiayan Cern. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Marcus Patrick Shankland. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Anurag Aditya Sharma. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Theodore J. Xiao. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. Hannah Shirley. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Alexandra Noel Shockley. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Alexandra Noel Shockley. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Shivam Shorawala. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Sidra Siddiqui. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Audrey Elizabeth Simanjaya. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Emma Louisa Sims. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Selena Rose Cisneros. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Marina R. W. Smith. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Legal Studies. Angelica Song. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Arvind Sridhar. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Joint Major, Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Materials Science and Engineering. Victoria N. Stafford. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Society and Environment. Jackson Henry Suh, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Comparative Literature and English. Anastasia Maria Suharto, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Tim Sun, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. Rick Surya, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. Nabila Syed, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Kiara Denise Sylvie, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Henry David Taft, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Penel Waintu Takala, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Marcel Tan Cheng Wei, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Christopher Tan, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Sabrina Tan, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Kosei Tanaka, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Helen Tang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jonah Chen Tong, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Richmond Donald Tang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Amy Tao, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Aiden Jeremy Teeger, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Tina Teng, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Sararanjit Thalunki, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Joint Major, Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Materials Science, and Engineering. Chuck Wyeth Tichy, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Lindsay J. Timmerman, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Andrew Few Track, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Joshua Tuong Tran, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Michael Trian, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Aaron Scott Tykody, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Argenis Valdovinos, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Christian Anthony Vargas, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Amelia Michelle Vergnal, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Arsh Vishen, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Data Science. Chad Victor Visser, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. An Nu Quinn Vo, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Lu Wang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Olivia Lauren Wang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Megan Yaolin Wang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jake Alexander Wepner, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Emma Charlotte Weston, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Karan M. Williams, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Deshay J. Wise, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Erin Wan Wong, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Media Studies. Justin Alexander Wong, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Justin Alexander Wong, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jenny Wong, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ryan Reger Wong, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Angela Wu, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Le Tian Xie, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Data Science. Yuan Xie, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. Addison Shu, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Edward Ruihua Yang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Industrial Engineering and Operations Research. Rabbi Yang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Hanwei Yi, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Phoebe Yin, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Nana Yoshimura, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Alvin Yu, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Data Science. Brandon Alexander Yu, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Linguistics. Irene Sijia Yu, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Kelly Yu, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Zam Sahidian, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Angelina Amy Zevallos, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Abigail Zhang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Amy J. Zhang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Harrison Ge Zhang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Environmental Economics and Policy. Kri Liuchang Zhang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Lily Zhang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Phil Zhang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Sarah Zhang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Phil Zhang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Phil Zhang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Sarah Zhang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Sarah Zhang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Alexander Zhao, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Catherine Jiayi Zhao, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ellen Zheng, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Mei Zhang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Data Science. Alyssa Zhou, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ivy Zhou, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Joey Zhuang, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration.